What is up, everybody? Scratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. This video is gonna be a guide on one of the new legendary champions that just got released with a patch, guys. Now, we tried a few of the epics and seems like we had the luck to find all the broken ones. Like some of them they're bugged, some of them are just not working as intended. So we just passed over our feedback to Plarium, guys. But let's have a look at the champion that we're gonna talk about today. So he seems pretty interesting. He has some new sort of mechanics going on. Is Helior, defense-based champion, force affinity from the Bannerlords. He looks pretty badass. Love the shield on him. Love that crazy helmet. But the champion itself has pretty good base stats. How I said, he seems to be bringing some sort of new mechanics to the game, and I'm always down for it. I like having fun with champions trying stupid things, so hopefully this champion right here actually works as intended. But for whoever is not familiar with the champion, guys, let's have a quick look at his kit. Then we're going to talk about the build, masteries, total stats. We have his A1, Sunshine Hell Bird. Attacks one enemy, increases this champion's defense by 5% if this attack is critical. Stacks up to 20%. So basically, we're going to be able to increase our defense by 20% just by using the A1 if we crit, right? Will also heal this champion by 75% of their defense after attacking if their defense has already been increased by 20%. So if we're using the A1 4 times and we crit, we stack the defense up to 20%, we're gonna gain a heal as well, right? The heal itself is not gonna be huge because it's 75% of the defense. So if we have 5k defense, we're gonna get 75% of that. Now, we require 4 books in here. His damage is based on defense. I feel like he's very similar with a miscreated monster, very similar with Sir Nicholas, for example, just because of the size of the shield he gives with the A2, which we're going to talk about it in a second. Of course, this works with counterattack as well. Ally attack to use his A1 multiple times. You don't actually have to get 4 turns to be able to stack 20% defense. The A2, Solar Blessing, talking about the shield here, attacks all enemies, places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns equal to 20% of the damage inflicted. We need 5 books in here. That brings us up to a total of 9 books. This is on a 3-turn cooldown. So honestly, I tested the champion with much crazier stats than we have on him at the moment, and I can tell you, he's not a champion that deals damage. Yes, he's great for the spider because the shield is generated by the total amount of damage he deals. So the more enemies on the board, the bigger the shield because the more damage adds up together. So that's kind of the way his value of the shield works, rather than just the highest hit on the enemy target. Moving over to the A3, we need 2 more books in here, 11 books in total so far. This is on a 3-turn cooldown as well. Harsh Light. Like, this skill right here looks really interesting. Transfers all debuffs from all allies to a target enemy, then attacks that enemy with a default skill. Converts this champion's resistance into additional accuracy when using this skill. So 200 IQ move here, that's like the thing that Plarium did. Give him tons of resistance. You can build a tanky ass champion like this with resistance, and all that is gonna be transformed in accuracy when he's using this skill. We don't really need accuracy on this champion for anything, right? So resistance is the way to go. Why would be resistance, right? Well, his passive right here comes in play really good for arena, so we're gonna try him on go second teams as well, see kind of how he works. Intercessor, whenever an ally that has 2 or more debuffs is attacked, this champion will absorb 30% of the damage inflicted on that ally. So it's pretty much the same situation like an Ursaga the Warcaller, for example. Now, the only thing with that champion is she's void, right? So we're gonna A to the heck out of her with Tranda if we're talking about Platinum Arena, and we're gonna put her to sleep, killing the rest of the team as well. So it's no such a thing as arena unkillable teams. But this champion right here is Force. So most of the people will avoid using the A2 on this champion. Tranda will get weak hits, Foley will get weak hits, Astralon will get weak hits, all the magic nukers will get weak hits. And pretty much they're kind of like the top nukers. Ethos is a strong champion, but he's not getting used as much. Now, Everybody's gonna land 2 debuffs when they attack you in arena if you decide to keep this champion in your defense. They will bring Madame Series, land the defense down and attack down on the enemy, on the team, right? So he's gonna have a damage reduction for all your team, 30% damage reduction. So the more you tank him, the better. Now, probably you wanna stack more HP on him and kind of balance defense and HP as well. Moving over to his aura, increases ally resistance in all battles by 60. So again, is another win here, is in all battles. You guys know how much I love the auras that are working for every single battle. So we can already start directly with 60 resistance accuracy just from his aura. Now, talking about builds, optimal builds, depending on how you want to use him. Most probably a lot of you guys will just use him in the spider, right, for the shield. Some of you might use him in the faction wars. We're gonna test him as well in a normal dungeon rather than just the spider and see what sort of shield he can actually generate. Is actually worth it to do it. But if you want to build him for arena, guys, before we talk about over the total stats and things, probably the best set to go on for him will be a Guardian set, right? He's not a HP based champion, so it's not like you're gonna build a shield on him and give him a huge amount of HP. But the Guardian set, guys, it pretty much brings 10% more damage reduction. So he's gonna absorb 40% damage from the rest of your team. So that's gonna be huge for a Duchess. It's gonna be huge for your revivers, not for the nukers. If you have nukers like Tranda, etc., they're not really gonna survive the nuke anyway because the damage reduction is just not enough and they are just squishy. But for your Duchess and the rest of the champions, that's gonna be huge. And keeping in mind the idea that his Force Affinity, not Void, and all the magic champions will be getting weak hits against this champion, I feel like he's pretty badass. And then not requiring accuracy to throw all those debuffs back on the attacker or on a different champion, right? I think it can be pretty good. Now, let's go over and talk about his current build. I don't really have very good pieces from the Guardian set, unfortunately, so I can't really build a champion on it just yet. But we have him built on an Immortal set, a Defense set, and a Speed set. Total stats on him, we have 51,000 HP, 1.7k attack, which doesn't really matter the attack, 4.9k defense, 220 speed, 104 crit rate, 247 crit damage, 288 resistance, which can be transformed into accuracy. Added up with this is gonna be 398 accuracy when we use his A3. Now, this is the weapon, helmet, shield, crit damage gauntlet, defense chest piece, speed boots, we have a defense ring, crit damage amulet, and we have resistance banner. Now, the masteries on this champion, guys, we have offense and defense 3. We went all the way down to retribution. It's not really gonna help us a lot in a PvE unless he's gonna take tons and tons of damage. And as tier 6 we got Helm Smasher. We just wanted to see what sort of damage he can do, so I'm just gonna showcase him to you like this before. Then we're gonna completely revamp the masteries when we're gonna jump over to arena. But these are kind of like nuker masteries. I wanted to see the damage he can do, so even now he has pretty crazy stats, right? Like 5k defense, crit damage, full crit rate. So we can see if he can actually deal some sort of damage or not. Base stats, we have 18.5k HP, 1542 defense. Now that defense is a very thick defense, I like it. 95 speed, not too crazy on it. Basic crit rate, 57 crit damage, and we start directly with 50 resistance, 0 accuracy. That's pretty badass. With his aura, directly 110 resistance. Now, I really love the idea of this mechanic, guys, transforming resistance into accuracy, etc. I love it. And even his passive sounds so good. Whenever an ally that has 2 or more debuffs is attacked, this champion will absorb 30% of the damage. Like, that's just badass. I really like that. Let's have a look at the damage he deals, the shields he generates, how big is the value compared from bosses to waves when we're talking about shields, right? Because that's pretty important as well, how I explained you. The value of the shield seems to be generated by the more enemies on the board, the bigger the shield. But let's take him in for a spin. We're gonna have defense up from Sifi, defense down and weaken from Lydia. Let's buff here, land those debuffs as well. I really like the animation on his A2, honestly. I feel like the rest are pretty standard. A lot of champions, they have them. But this one right here is like he summons the sun and bang, delivers the damage there. Right? So the damage he dealt is not out of the ordinary. I would feel like his multipliers are in between 3.5, around there. I feel like that's where his multipliers they are. I might be a bit wrong because he's a defense-based champion rather than attack. He does have pretty high defense, crit damage, decent as well. He's not on Savage, but I tested him on Savage before. So with defense up, the damage he dealt is decent, right? I wouldn't really personally build him for damage because I feel like that would be a bit of a waste. But the shield he generates, on the other hand, he does need to have some sort of a crit damage, crit rate, defense to be able to generate such a big shield, right? And the shield honestly is really impressive considering that he only hit 5 targets. Now let's move over to use a bit the rest of the skills on him, just so you guys can see the animations. So we're gonna go with the A3. We have no debuffs on my team, so it's nothing to transfer. 96k hit. So while you're using that, he's gonna jump straight into the A1, and that's how he's gonna attack. So basically, what you've seen there was the animation of his A1, in case if anyone got confused there. So we got loads of debuffs now. We have Weaken, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 poisons, right? So let's see if we're actually gonna transfer them all, guys. Are we gonna transfer all the 5 poisons or no? So we have 2 already on it, okay. So now we're going to be able to see the damage we deal with the A1 as well on the boss, because we're going to use this, right? So we remove all of them. Let me just put it on slow-mo. All the poisons went onto the boss from every single ally, right? That's pretty badass. I really like that the effect. I haven't seen the numbers, the damage, but maybe you guys did because I paid attention to the poisons. But I can use that another time. I can use it another time right now. Even though I would rather use the A2 here, just so you guys can see the shield, right? So have a look at this. 81k hit with the A2, not huge for a boss, right? And the value of shield, again, is not crazily high, but still a little bit there to help you out on the boss, you know? Now let's wreck this boss and move over to the spider, where we're gonna be able to see even a bigger damage. Shield. That shield is gonna be... But let's have a look at that shield that he can generate in the spider, guys, because we have so many enemies right here, right? So this is stage 25. We're gonna bring in Lydia for defense down and weaken. We're not gonna run him first with defense up as well. We're gonna try that in the next round. So land the debuffs, and let's see. I can guarantee you the amount of shield is gonna be huge. That's what she said. There we go. A pretty badass shield, guys, right? The damage he dealt was kind of like under 100k per hit. So it's not like, wow, he's gonna obliterate the spider. But together with other champions, they're gonna kill the spiderling. So you do wanna pay attention and don't give them too much damage. The champion itself can definitely do a 2-man team with a HP burn champion. So you really wanna be careful on that. Now, we've done that. No point to see anything else here. We're gonna change the team. Now, on the last stages of the spider, dragon, the rest of the dungeons, guys, you know, poison detonation kind of got nerfed. So using this champion to transfer the poisons back to the spider and then using a poison detonation is not gonna work. So I'm just telling you that before all of you guys are gonna start typing me that, try this, try this. It's not gonna work because the damage is kept at 10%. So it's literally gonna be a waste for the team. Let's take in a full team. So we're gonna have a defense up as well here. Let's see how much bigger that shield is gonna be now. Let's put all the buffs up. Okay, debuff. I'm not gonna put HP burn because I might kill some of the champions. He's actually built for damage here as well. But let's see. So defense up, defense down, and weaken. The shield already got much bigger than before, guys. Just by adding that defense up as well, you see. The harder he hits, the more enemy he hits, the bigger is the shield. So how I said, he can definitely make a two-man team without a problem. My Tyrant is built for damage because I used him in Clan Boss the other day, so they're not really gonna match on speeds and stuff like this to test them out like that, to show them to you, but it's no brainer. If Miscreated Monster can do it, he's gonna be able to do it as well. But the shield he generates is badass. I really like that part. This is like what, the 4th champion that we have that generates a shield on the spider. That's such a good shield. So that's pretty badass. Now I'm gonna change the build and masteries on him, and we're gonna jump in arena and see what sort of results we can achieve with him there. We are back at it, guys, and we completely changed the build, masteries, everything on him. We haven't gave him a damage build for arena because I feel like that's gonna be a waste. He can really obliterate the enemy team, so it's definitely not worth it to go like that in arena with that build. But we wanna see if him with his passive can keep our team alive. Can he keep a Duchess alive from a Trandanook? Can he keep a Siphi, a Raglin, some sort of a defense-based nuker, or even a Kendraphone, for example, as long as we're not getting those defense down, as long as we're not getting those weak hits. So, talking about total stats, guys, we have 80,000 HP, 1.7k attack, 6.2k defense, 180 speed. We don't really care about speed, honestly. We want him to tank. That's like his sole purpose, tank. 46 crit rate, 100 crit damage, 228 resistance. Now, yeah, you can go with tons and tons of resistance, lower his defense, his HP, and hope that the enemy team is not going to have enough accuracy on their Madame series to debuff you. And then he's not going to get defense down, and he might actually survive no matter what. But these days, guys, everyone has more accuracy than we have resistance. And if they don't have it, they bring an increased accuracy champion to wreck you. So that's not what we want to see. If we would have had a Guardian set, he would have been even better. Definitely guaranteed to keep our champions alive. But we have him equipped on 2 Immortal sets and a Resilience. Kind of, that's why we were able to give him. That's the weapon, helmet, shield, HP gauntlet, defense chest piece, defense boots, same ring, HP amulet, HP banner. So we kind of focused HP defense rather than anything else on him because we want him to tank and absorb damage. Masteries, on the other hand, guys, he kind of benefits of defense. If I'm going on offense, again, it's gonna be a bit of a waste. He might do a bit of damage, increase a bit that shield, but it's still gonna be a small shield. If we're going on support, nothing really is gonna benefit the champion except that gaining 800 more HP and increasing the value of shield, which again, if it doesn't do damage, that shield is not gonna get increased. We don't need accuracy. We literally want him to tank. So considering this, I would rather go and have a bit of extra crit rate. We might even give a lucky crit on a champion and kill it. Get a life drinker here and go all the way down here. It's honestly, this is not gonna make a difference. This is not gonna make a difference. What matters is this right here. Now, we don't have a lot of resistance either, so the reason I gave Mighty Endurance is if Tranda stuns him on the first hit, he's gonna take less damage after. So that's gonna be very important as well in case if it's gonna happen. Let's see what sort of teams we're gonna find here. We're looking for Trandas, Madame series, sort of teams that can deal a lot of damage. So not necessarily just Tranda, but she's like the strongest nuker. So yeah, we wanna see how our team will perform against that. So taking them in for a spin against this team, they'll probably have no chance because the champion just doesn't hit as hard. But let's have a quick look because Stu seems to use him as a nuker. So let's give it a go and see how that champion is gonna deal damage against my own team, right? We're gonna run Duchess in there, we're gonna run a Raglin, we're gonna run him, and a damage dealer. So we can actually run a Sir Nicholas, for example. I can even put him as the lead. So basically, guys, I'll show you how the champions look like. That's my Raglin. None of them have tons of resistance because we don't want to get resisted. We want to have the 2 debuffs on the team, right? Sir Nicholas, and that's Duchess. So lots of HP, decent amount of defense, not a lot of resistance, right? So like this, these champions can actually debuff us. But let's see what sort of damage we're gonna take from here. Are we actually gonna survive? Are we gonna get wrecked? So we have all the debuffs, and he attacked us. So Raglan, she lost 50% HP. Duchess got a weak hit, 100% a weak hit. He kind of lost like 50% HP. Sir Nicholas like a good third of his HP, right? So honestly, not too bad. I'm actually not gonna use the cleanse on her. I'm gonna do that. And now, what I'm gonna do from here, guys. Actually, let me just do that. We're gonna transfer all the debuffs now. So we're gonna put them on this. No, not on that champion, because he's gonna transfer them back to us. So actually, no matter how we're gonna do it, he's gonna transfer the debuffs back to us. But we do have block debuffs right now, so we're gonna be able to transfer them anyway. So let's put them on Arbiter. He's gonna transfer them on us now. There we go. He attempted to. So it's good that the champion can actually provide you a cleanse as well, you know. He keeps your team alive more or less, at least on this fight right here. But then he kind of brings you a cleanse as well and transfer the debuffs to the enemy team, which is, I find it pretty interesting. So let's get a bit of a heal here. Let's see, can we actually kill this team? Because we do want to kill it, right? So Sir Nicholas, can you pump in some damage? If that Arbiter, she still would have had that defense down, she would have been dead. Like this, almost. Only almost. But the shield value, you see, now he's built for damage, he's not built for damage, but I feel like they would both pretty much put the same value of shield on the team, you know. 2k hit from that champion. Now we don't have any damage reduction, only masteries from him, because we don't have any debuffs on the team. So we need to have 2 debuffs at least on our champions for him to actually suck some of the damage, you know. Okay. This seems like a long fight. So we're definitely gonna win, but is it worth it for me to stay in the fight? Actually, yeah. Let's just transfer those debuffs now, because we got them. Okay. Oh no, we still need one more turn. One more turn to do it. I thought that we would have had that, but seems like clearly we did not. We're gonna do that actually and just kill the team. Easier. Easier, guys. Now, I am curious to see how is he gonna deal with the damage reduction on a team with a Tranda, a Madame series. A Savage Tranda. That's kind of like what we care. So, this right here doesn't have a Madame series. So basically, we're not going to get any damage reduction on the champion. But we do have this one right here. I don't know. I think I said I wanted to try this team. I kind of keep forgetting that we need to debuff. So that team is just not going to work. But we have definitely not Cold Brew. He actually won a trophy on the test server, guys. Pog Champ. I told him he's supposed to make like some sort of a fun video there. But again, that's the team we're going to go against. I'm well curious if he's gonna suck up on the damage of the champions here, or he's just gonna get wrecked. Let's put him as lead first and see if he's working like that, because of the turn order. Okay, Tranda. So we lost Raglan. Duchess survived, and that was with defense down. Now I'm curious, the mastery that removes debuffs from the champions when they lose a HP. Once that gets removed, his damage reduction goes away as well, I think. So that's a bit like, strange, if you guys know what I mean, no? I find that a bit strange. So I'm actually gonna place Unkillable here and hope for the best. And let's just put the speed a bit faster. Okay. So we can transfer. No, we cannot. They all have immunity. So we're gonna have to wait another turn here, guys. We don't want to transfer them just now. I don't want to cleanse either them. Raglan, why are you doing this to me? Why? Ooh, and we got Fear there. That's gonna be a problem. Let's just deal a bit of damage here. So Raglan kind of died in here. I don't think we're gonna be able to, honestly, I don't think we're gonna be able to keep any sort of nukers in here unless they're like tanky. Like, definitely no normal nukers. I feel like a Madame Series is gonna get insta-wrecked as well. Like, she's gonna have literally no chance of surviving here. Okay. I feel like we can do it now. We can do it now once we get that thermometer. So let's just boost a bit the thermometer. Still not enough. Okay, she went for Duchess. That was with defense down. She didn't die. And he did suck 30% of the damage there, guys. But again, they have immunity. Like, that Madame Series is stealing a buff all the time from me. So annoying. I cannot just transfer back the debuffs. I kind of want to transfer them back, not just do that on them, you know. And Swift parry procs, guys. Absolutely amazing, amazing skills right here. That's how you win arena, with skills, by having Swift parry on your champions. That's the ultimate skill in Raid Shadow Legends. RNG. Nobody can beat the RNG. Not even the RNG god himself. But damage reduction seems to work fine. Like, I'm gonna show again. Actually, let me back out because we might want to come again on this team. We tried to do a few crazy things there. 19 seconds till we can fight this again. I don't get it. Why is this happening, honestly? It might be because we're not that many people in arena here. I just want to show you again the stats on Raglin. Raglin was the only champion that died here, right? So what to expect? That round I was on Savage as well, if I've seen it right. Or I think it was not Savage. Okay, so Raglin, she had 60,000 HP, 3.7k defense. Now, with 30% damage reduction from him, and with the mastery as well, she should have maybe stayed alive there. Duchess lost quite a big chunk of HP as well. Let's see if we're putting more HP on the team, how we're gonna hang in there. Like, let me see, Sifi, was she more squishy than her? No, she's a bit tankier actually than Raglin, so she's not really gonna be a good example. Let's put a Wurlumi here as a DPSer. Let's see what stats he has. 41k HP, 5k defense. Is he gonna survive that round, or he's just gonna get wrecked? Ah, she's on immunity. Okay, so it's not even Savage Strand, I imagine. I feel like our test kind of failed here, maybe, guys. But now, okay, one debuff got removed on the second hit, so definitely the damage got sucked in. So he definitely kept that Duchess alive. Even though she lost one of the debuff, it still worked. Okay. Wurlim survived only because he got stunned. How I was explaining you before with the masteries, right? That can happen, and that's gonna keep your champion alive as well. So that's another thing you might want to keep in mind. But now we can finally do this, guys. Transfer all the debuffs. Who should we put them on? Let's put them on her. We want her to have that defense down as well, and the HP burn, and we wanted mainly to have the attack down, but seemed like it just didn't work. So now we're gonna try to do a bit of damage here. Okay, we killed her. So we only have the big threat here, which is Arbiter. And now it's gonna be game over, though. Oh no! I talked too soon. Why? I was not expecting that. Game over, guys. So Wurlim survived, but I feel like he survived because of the stun. I'm actually gonna go in with the same team again and give it another go. Hopefully we can find the same team in arena again. Yes, we can. Unfortunately, guys, I cannot find different ones. I would love to find different ones. Seems like we cannot even fight it just yet. The problem is not many people, they keep proper teams in here, so it's pretty hard. Look, we have a Ray and we have a Madame Series, so we can go against this one. 153k power. Okay, let's give it a go. I have a feeling they barely gonna scratch my team, but okay. Yeah, barely any damage. So this was like butter. This team was buttered here. We can back out. You see, damage reduction works decently, but how was on that round? I feel like it's not gonna be the same situation overall. So here again, no debuffer. Can we find the candy as well? Canderphone hits super hard as well. Maybe this one right here. I feel like they might be a bit faster. Let's give it a go. I have no immunity on any of my champions. Hopefully my Duchess is not faster than them. But Okay, so we got 2 debuffs, but not on her. So that has literally no accuracy. Damn. And we have no Duchess here as well. I'm literally just gonna go and try to kill some of these champions here. Okay, more debuffs. Come on, Candy. I know you might buff. Okay, so without attack up on Candy, I don't think he had attack up. He dealt tons and tons of damage on him. And on the rest, except Duchess, which I don't think she had 2 debuffs on, did she? And maybe it was a weak hit actually from Candy. It seems like, yeah, he doesn't really give that damage up, man. I don't feel like he's actually working. That damage reduction. We gotta pay attention to numbers now. Oh, actually we have... Oh, but we have no debuffs on that team. Damn. I thought that was gonna be the right one. Okay, refresh again. Platinum Arena players, where are you? Yes, we can fight him again. So, let's see. I'm gonna put it on slow-mo again. I want to see the damage he's taking here. Yeah, he actually is. He's taking the... He's sucking on the damage, but they're only like small numbers. 2,000, 3,000. That doesn't feel like 30%, does it? Not at all, actually. It doesn't feel like 30%. Which is odd. It should be 30%. That's the main idea of it. But for some reason, it just doesn't seem to do it. Okay. Oof. Are we gonna survive this? We got lucky. That was just pure luck there. So it's not the best option as a go second. I thought that he might be something. He might help for a Platinum Arena defense or something like that. Just to have another strong champion in there. But honestly, guys, I don't feel like he's taking that 30% damage. Maybe you guys paid attention and saw the numbers better on the screen, but for what it seemed to me, it's only like small numbers, 2,000-3,000. That's definitely not 30% of the damage a Tranda does on our team, you know. Definitely not. Which it kind of feels like a shame, honestly. I really thought that we had something here. I thought that we had something here. Okay, so do let me know in the comments down below, guys, what do you think of the champion. Appreciate all of you guys watching. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe for more content, turn on notifications to see when we upload next, and I'll see you all soon on another video. Till then, peace out.